moments away. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have taken a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fred VanVleet.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Bradley Beal is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Anthony, and it's Robinson in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, we've got Bagley all out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Paul George, and it's Thompson in at the center position. Hield can't hit. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to Minnesota.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first, and it's in there. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder. Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now, here is George. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pull up Jay. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
And George, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings midseason?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And very quietly, Hield is one of the best three-point shooters in our league, as dangerous as they come.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Wall finds Hield. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Hield's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's VanVleet. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Stolen by VanVleet. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Outside for Beal. That shot missing. Great D that time from Bagley. The 76ers leading by 6. Hield from outside. Does not score with that shot. It's his 2nd miss against 2 made shots. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Thompson.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Oklahoma City.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. High-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
The pass to Robinson. Fires for three. That one, no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Bradley Beal is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Anthony. And it's Bullock in at the small forward. Robinson misses. The 76ers leading by 8. Hield kicks to George. Wall passes to Thompson. George. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. George has got 6.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now, here's Bullock. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
The offensive rebound. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times.
Oh,
man. Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Hield outside. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
VanVleet against Hield. Shoots. Count that one from VanVleet. VanVleet's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Wall. With a 24-point outing in their last game again. Outside for George. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Passes it to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over VanVleet. It's deflected. Beal deciding where to go with it. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And love how assertive Beal is. He loves pulling up fast and surprising the D with that quick.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Hield's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now the 76ers on the break. Trying to get open is Thompson. Thunder trailing by 9. Outside, Beal. He kicks it to Anthony. Three-pointer. Bagley with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And George with the stuff.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Now here's Beal. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Minnesota.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chance.
Pass to George. There's the 3. Here's Thompson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome. Right out of the gate, it was Philly setting the tone. An exceptional game plan. And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Buddy Hield. Tristan Thompson is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Wall, and it's George in at the small forward position. Here's Van Vliet following the basket by John Wall. Outside, Beal. Pass to Van Vliet. He can't get it to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Good. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now here's Anthony. 6 points for him.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Here's Bullock following the basket by Buddy Hield. Hield with it. George picks him up, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Shooting one.
Can't let Beal get that comfortable because he's so efficient once he gets in that area.
Free throw good, Beal. And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Outside, Beal. His three-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And that's the thing about Bagley. Big, athletic, versatile, very hard to stop without fouling.
And he can't hit the second. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Down by 12. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside, George. Down low, here's Bagley. The shot's good on the assist by George. Bagley's got 5 now.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
And yes, it's good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now, here's George. He's got 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
Now the pass to Robinson. Now here's Anthony from deep. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Short. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Bagley kicks to George. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Robinson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Van Vliet in the point guard. Here's Van Vliet. Paul George making his last shot. Van Vliet attacking. And the basket is good.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now, here's Thompson. Back to Wall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derek Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. George passes to Bagley. Back to George. Takes a shot at the elbow, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the 76ers lead by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes to Bullock. For 3, good on the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
The 76ers leading by 15. Here is Wall. Pass to George. Trying to get open is Thompson. That's good for George on the assist by Wall. George has got 20.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Beal can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Bagley. Thompson passes to Bagley. Over Anthony. No good off the back of the rim. Under trailing by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here is Tolliver. Now, here's Milton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. Tony Bradley's checked in for the Thunder. Tolliver hits them both. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Knight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Maxey. And that one falls for Knight. Knight hits them both.
Get open, get open, get open, get open.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Pass to Maxey. High arcing shot and stolen by Knight. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Even. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.